Okay, this is training, kind of a part two, but it's essentially the same training for Adobe Acrobat PDF Reader, and this is a free software that you can download online for free, and it allows you to edit PDFs in a limited way, such as like signing them or commenting on them, highlighting them. And then you can save that information, that document, and email it or send it to somebody if you need to. So we're going to get started here. And I'm going to share my screen.
Alex, what happened? My screen went off.
I'm sharing my screen right now, Carmina.
Yes, it says Adobe Acrobat PDF Reader.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, so this is kind of the agenda today. And so the first thing we're going to learn is how to install the software. So you could just visit, you could type in Google, if you open up a new tab and type in Adobe Acrobat Reader, probably the first one will take you there. Yep, I click on this one. So I just Googled it, and then the first link here took me to where I can download the Adobe Acrobat Reader software, the program. So if I wanted to, I would click here, download Acrobat Reader, and then follow the steps to install Adobe Acrobat Reader. So that's what I recommend. It's pretty simple steps. It's free. Like I said, it'll take up a little room on your computer, but it's probably worth it. So you can edit if you need to edit PDFs. Okay, since I already did this step, I'm not gonna download the software. I'm just gonna go back to our agenda and second here. Go back to our agenda, and it says, so now we're gonna move on to opening up a PDF. If you get one, usually you'll get one through your email. That's the most common way. So I'll show you guys with my email. Sometimes I'll receive a PDF. So if I look in my email and I just like look for a PDF, it will probably come up, and then so it looks like Jennifer sent me a PDF in her email. So a lot of times you'll open up an email, it'll have a message with it, and then they might in their email say, hey, I've attached the job description, right? This is what she said. They might say I've attached document or something like that, and then you scroll to the bottom of the email and you see there's a document right here, right? PDF. So what you want to do is either click on it to view it. You can view this here and just see it very quickly right here. Now, if you wanted to save this document, you can click the print button right here, and then it'll open it up, print, and then so it'll open up a new window. And this is a very common practice. It might not be as intuitive, or maybe it doesn't make sense to click on print because we're not going to print it, but we're going to use the print button to save our document. So when you click the print, it says print. It has this window here with a document, then it has some options on the right. And then what you want to do is if you don't have save as a PDF where destination is, you want to click on this arrow to the right and make sure it says save as PDF, right? Because it probably naturally by default it's going to say print, right? Destination, and then it might say your printer if you have one, or it might try to look for a printer. But what you want to do is actually save as a PDF, right? So we're going to make sure it's there, and then we're going to click on the save button at the bottom here.
Well, Alex, why wouldn't they just have a save as or is typical? Why print? That's not intuitive to me.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'll like you could download it. This is kind of like the easiest way of doing it, but I'll show you another way to do it.
Okay.
So then you would save it. Yeah, they don't have save, sort of a save option on your when you open up a PDF, but you, unless you wanted to save it to your Google Drive, but I'll show you that in a second.
Okay.
So then you would choose a folder you want to save it in, maybe like my documents folder. And then I just want to type in, give it a name, job description. And then click save. Okay, so now it's saved. Good. Okay, so let me go back to that email and show you a couple different ways to do that too. Yeah, once again, we open it, we clicked on the PDF from the email, and then it says, you know, it says open with at the top. You could open with Google Docs, PDF converter, stuff like that. Now, something that you could do if a lot of people might not save it to their Google Drive or know how to access Google Drive, but to answer your question, Janet, you could automatically add it to your drive, meaning saving it to your drive, by clicking this triangle with a plus on it. I click that, and it saves it to my Google Drive right there. Now that's different from saving it to your computer. That means you're saving it to your Google Drive, which is like a cloud system. Now the last way of doing it would be if you wanted to instead of clicking the print button, you could press download. And once you click download, you can see that at the bottom left of my screen opened up another small window where the document downloaded here. Now, if I click on the button to the right, or if I just click on this, it'll open it up. Let me see if it. Give me 1 second. Download. Let's see. So I can open. Yeah, it'll open it up in another tab, and then once again from here, I would have to kind of print to save. Click on the print button and then save it. You know, yeah, I don't think they really have like a save option to your computer unless you print it. There's just a couple of ways of doing that. You can either save it to the Google Drive, or you can click print and then print to save, which is a common practice.
Okay.
Okay,
So
so
can I have it in my computer, please?
I'm sorry,
In my email,
what did you say, Karina?
Enterprise Resource Center, this paper we're watching. Can I have it in my email? Can I save it for my email?
Can you say, are you asking me if you can save this document?
Yes, if I can put this paper of Enterprise Resource Center in my email. Send it to my email.
You want me to send this to you?
Yes.
Okay, I will. I'll check if that's okay, because it was an email that was sent to me. It should be okay, but I'm not. Yeah, this is just an example, Carmina.
Oh, I see.
But Did you have any questions on the steps that we took to save it?
Well, I just was watching, but I didn't write anything.
Yeah, it's there was several steps that we did, we're recording this so you can watch it, and you're, slower or you can watch it over again because yeah, there are a lot of steps. The first thing we did was we went to our email, right? And then we looked at we clicked on our email that has a PDF in it. And then scroll to the bottom. We opened it, the PDF, and then we click the print button. And then here you would save it. But yeah, that's a lot of steps, Carmina. It'll probably be hard to write down all these steps. So you can, if you just watch, and then, this is recorded and you can watch it as many times as you want and, sort of write it down every time you watch it or rewind it, stuff like that. Does that make sense?
Yes, thank you.
Okay. Okay, and then, okay, so once I've saved the PDF, like I showed you guys, I'm gonna open it in my computer. Oh, sorry. So I'll open up my documents folder in my computer where I saved this PDF. Remember, it was job description. So here it is, job description. And then you can see it opens up. So it opens up in the Adobe Acrobat Reader, the software that I downloaded. The first thing I did was download the software, right? And then once I save the document, I can open it up in this software. Now you can see there's a lot of things here, but it's similar to like Microsoft Office or Google Documents in the sense that the tabs are on the top left usually, like File, Edit, View, Home, Tools. You really want to take your time. And this one is a very simple one. It doesn't have all the tools that Microsoft Office does or Google Docs. It's much simpler because it's free and it's more limited, right? So you can really play around with it and see what you can do. The main purpose that I use this for is to sign documents or comment on documents. So I'll show you guys how you can do that. So if you go to tools here, right here, it's on the second tab. Actually, you know what? We'll just click on some of these. So file, if I click on file, you can see it says open, reopen, create a PDF, save as. So this is very similar to like Microsoft Office or Google Docs. Edit, it says you can paste, delete pages. View. So right, view allows you to rotate this. If I clicked on view and rotate view clockwise, it turns my paper clockwise, and I can do it again. And I can keep doing it until it's back to the same location. So yeah, sometimes you'll get a document that's in reverse in landscape or something like that. You can zoom and other things here. Now you can see you can fill and sign. If you click on sign, fill and sign, that's one way to do it. I'll show you guys the tools button. Well, first we'll click on home. The home button is kind of like the where your documents are and stuff. You can see the documents you have here. under recent or your files, scans. But the one you probably want to use is tools right here. So tools, so again, if I have this one open. So if so this was my original document that I opened up. I'm going to click on tools, and tools will show you what you can do, right? You can comment, you can fill and sign, edit PDF, right? And I think these stars actually mean that, so because this is a free software, you can't do everything here. And the star right here shows you that these are the things that you can't do. So you can't edit the PDF, export PDF, create PDF, combine files, unless you buy, you know, the next version of this. But even though it says you can't edit, even though it says you have to pay to edit, there, you know, obviously if you comment or fill and sign, that's still a version of editing. So you can sort of edit it a little bit or add things to it. And if I click on the arrow, it says learn more. Okay, so if I click on comment, then I can, and you can see here that another tab appears, right? And the comment tab shows me the options that what is under comment. So under comment, I have add a sticky note. So if I click on this, I can add a sticky note here and write, maybe I want to write a comment, a reminder, like new job deadline is 0906. Okay. So here's my sticky note. I wrote that. If I click there, then it shows me that's what the sticky note says. Okay. Now here's the highlight text. So you can highlight, you can click on this highlight button and it will highlight maybe an important part of this. Maybe 30 hours a week is the important part. Now the next button is, I think this is text. So you can, and if you hover on it, it'll usually say what it is. Like this is highlight text, this is underline text, right? So you can probably highlight something in the document and it underlines it. Oh.
Do you have to, how do you save that? How do you save the underline? What did you do? Or just by highlighting it, it underlines it?
Yeah, just by highlighting it, it underlines it, just like with the highlighter.
Okay, okay.
And then it kind of puts it on the side here. Now, if you
Okay.
wanted to delete this, you can go to the box that's on the side and click delete,
Oh,
or you can go right directly to the spot where you underlined or highlighted, and then right click and, oh, maybe not right click. Right, yeah, you have to double click on it and then right click and then press delete and it will do that.
okay.
So just make sure you highlighted it, you double clicked on it, and then you can right click
Okay.
and press delete. Okay, so the next option would be strike through text. So, you know, if somebody sends you this document and you're like, oh, I like everything except, you know, this, you can just strike through it, right? And you know, some other ones here, I'm not going to go over all of them. I think add a text box is worth going over. This one's important. I've used this one in the past where I want to add something to here. So I will, and you could change this box so it doesn't have a color. You could just make it white if you wanted to. And the text. I'm not sure why. Oh, here we go. I'm not sure why it's not letting me write. Sorry. Maybe I need to click one of these. Okay, so lets me right here. You can see I have another box, text box. So you can see I can start writing. I guess it does. The box is going to be red. I could probably see if I can edit this. Okay, so you can edit it a little bit. Looks like the box is just going to be red, but you can still add that text box to it. You can edit the format of it. You can change it to more center. Okay. I don't know why I can't do this box. All right. So those are some good ones. Add a text comment. So this one, if you don't want a box, right, and you just want to add some text, here's where you can, you know, like if I crossed out the first thing here, I could add maybe I don't agree or something, you know, and you can change this text. You can change this to match, you know, the original one. Maybe it was Times New Roman. So this is really key right here, being able to put your text anywhere. And then erase drawing. I'm wondering, I don't think we have any drawings on here. Let's see. It's been a while since, and then this one, this is kind of just like a pencil.
Oh.
So you can actually sign with this one if you wanted to, but I'll show you a different way to do it. Okay, I can erase this, but it didn't let me erase. Okay, that's a stamp. And some drawing tools, a rectangle. Let's see. So maybe if I add this rectangle here, and the color I could change to maybe white. Fill color I would change to white, and maybe the background's white. And you see I can almost, by adding this rectangle, I can actually eliminate some of the text that I don't want. So you can't really edit the text itself. Like you can add things to it with this free tool. You know, you can add lines, comments, signatures, stuff like that, but you can't really edit this document. You would need like the original format, which is in Microsoft or Google Docs, or you need the paid version of PDF Reader. But you know, a lot of times we just need to sign it, or we just need to comment on it. We just need to fill it out, right? So you can do all those things with this, which is why I'm doing this lesson here. You can even, like I showed you, you can even have this box that removes, you know, like if I didn't want this whole position summary, I can just make this box bigger and it's almost like it doesn't even exist, right?
Mm-hmm.
So there's ways to use this that could let you do a lot of things. So that's the comment here. That's one of the important tools I wanted to go over. And then the other tool, I'll go back to the tools tab, is fill and sign. So you can see when I click the fill and sign tab came up and it shows me what I could do. says add text, add X, add a check mark, draw a rectangle with rounded corners, add line, add dots, change color. So this one's pretty standard and easy.
Alex, I missed the fill and sign. I see it, but where did you click on that?
So you can go to tools,
Okay, it's under tools.
under
Okay,
tools,
got
and
it.
fill and sign, or if you went above the first tab also has like these things, they're just put in different places.
Okay.
So if I go to edit, I don't see comment on here, but let's see.
All right.
View, like tools would have, comment on here, and then if you go to sign, you can go to fill and sign here. So there's
Okay.
a couple of ways of doing it. I just went to tools because it's probably easier
Okay.
with it. And then, so if I scrolled all the way to the bottom and I needed to sign this at the bottom, then I would, it looks like it's already on the first one here.
Mhm.
Let's say Alex. And then, well, that's just entering text, I guess. But if I wanted to sign it, here's another button, it says sign yourself. So I could click on this, put my signature here.
How did your signature get there? Did you just do that or was it
I
already?
think I did that originally. So originally, and then if I wanted to remove this original signature here, I'll show you how
Okay.
sorry. So originally, I think I did some, that signature that you saw here was already kind of there because I did it originally.
Okay.
But when you first download the software and you click this button, it'll say add signature.
Okay.
So you'll click on it and then it'll give you three options. You can type it, you can draw, or you can, you can have an image from your computer that you've downloaded maybe. So I just kind of typed it just because I don't mind what my signature looks like. But if people need your authentic signature or you feel more comfortable signing it, you would click on draw. And then that's kind of like you would hold down your mouse and then sort of try your best to make it your authentic signature, right?
Huh. Okay.
It's a little harder, but you only have to really do it once and then you could save it.
Good.
I would click, you could click save signature here and then
Okay.
apply.
Okay.
And then I could apply this anywhere, right?
Great.
If I wanted to sign it, there was like more than one spot, I could click the sign. I could click it again, and then another one would appear, right?
Mhm.
And then this has add initials also. If there's places you could do the same thing, you would add an initial, and it gives you that same option. And you could add the initial all around. So yeah, that's kind of the gist of
Great.
there. Let's see. Those are really the main things I want to show you guys: how to add text, how to edit comments, how to sign.
Okay.
And that's kind of like, if I go to my tools, comment, fill, and sign are pretty much the only two tools that are free. You can see the others have star. So if I click on this, it says free 7-day trial, right? And then that would take me to a payment, which I don't want to do because I think comment and fill and sign for most people are all you kind of need to do to a PDF, right? So after I do all that, I'll go back to my document here, and I'm happy with like my signatures, my sticky notes, my comments. Then I'm just going to click on File, I'm going to save this. So I'm clicking on File and then Save. And then you just choose a folder that you want to save it to. Documents, and then job description. And I might write, because you guys can see I already have a job description. It was the original one of this one. So I might write signed, right?
Okay.
And then click Save. So I know that this one is the signed version.
Right.
And then yeah, you would just have that document. I'm gonna X out of this. Yeah, so then you save that document, and then I think the next part of this training is to send that document out, right? So so we downloaded it and saved it. We edited the document. That means we signed it. Somebody needed our signature, and we needed and now we're going to send it back to somebody. So what I would do is I would type my email. I'm going to send it to myself. And I would say maybe signed job description. Right, just creating an email with a title, and then I could say, hey, attached is the signed job description. Okay, and then so I created the email who I'm sending it to, and now here's where you would attach. And most of you guys know how to attach a document. You would click on you would try to find the little attach file button, which looks like a clipboard all the way at the bottom, right here.
Right.
And then you would find your document that you just signed and filled out. Right here, job description signed. Now I just double click on it. And then it would populate at the bottom here. And then I could just send it to myself by clicking send.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, straightforward.
Yeah, so that was a lot on terms of the new software. It's it'll take some time to get used to and play with it, but let me go back to that Adobe Acrobat Reader. So was there any questions on
No, not from, no, it's
how do
clear.
how
Yeah.
to use this one, how to edit, maybe some of the tools that we used? Janet said no. Carmina, did you have any questions on any of that?
No, that's really straightforward. No, I got it. Good review.
Alex, I want to know the way I can get the recordings of this class.
I send out the recordings, Carmina, with the with every invitation. So here, I'll show you. So you got my email because you're in this training, right? It says you're invited, right? Here, I'll show you mine.
I'm going to step away for 1 minute, Alex.
So Carmina, you got this email, right? You're invited to
Yes.
an Adobe Acrobat. Okay, perfect. So this email, if you read it, it says, it tells you what the training's about, Adobe Acrobat, right? How to join, all this stuff, right? Now, if you keep going all the way to the bottom, it says, please don't hesitate to reach out if you have any questions, all that. Now, way at the last thing, it says previous training topic, email etiquette, right? And every time I send out a new training, I also send out the previously recorded training. And so how you would access that is, you see it says previous training topic, email etiquette, and it says click here for the link to last week's training. So you would click here, and then it would take you, then it would open up a website. And the last training we did was email etiquette. I think you were there too.
Yeah.
Click on it, and then you would see, here's the information that we went over, and here's the, and if you keep going down, here's the video that we did, Carmina.
Yeah.
Right, here it is. Okay, so pretty much if you want to access to the recordings, Carmina, you just have to go to the bottom of the email, and where it says under previous training topic, press click here. Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
yes.
Yeah.
Okay,
Thank
perfect.
you so much.
I hope to do that today. I missed that training. So yeah, that's great that you embedded it in the invitation. So,
Yeah, I just want to make it as easy as possible for you.
right. We don't have to go to the hub and look for it and, you know,
Right.
yeah.
The direct link there.
Yeah. Great.
Okay. That's kind of all I had for this training on Adobe Acrobat Reader. I hope you guys can download it and then use it if you're not already using it. Maybe this, or if you are already using it, maybe this helps you be more confident or shows you better skills.
Would it, Alex, I don't remember if I've downloaded it. I may not have. Would it be on my phone or my desktop? How would I know if I have it?
Yeah, so that's a good question. You can, if you, every computer pretty much has a search bar on your desktop. So when you open up your computer, you see your home screen, your desktop, and then there should be a search bar, whether you have a Mac or a PC. I'm using a PC right now. And so you click on the search bar and you can just type in Adobe.
Okay.
And then it'll come up and it'll show you if you have it. It'll, that'll appear, and then you can click on it and then it'll open up.
Okay.
If you don't have it, it might take you to the internet to download or something like that.
Okay.
I'll also send you guys the link in the chat. Let's see. Yeah, I'll send you guys the link in the chat to the website where you can download it. So if you forget to visit the link with this training where this is all, so you can click on things that we went over. Here's the link in the chat where you can download the free software.
So if I don't have time to do that now, how do I get back to the chat to click on that link? Let's say I want to do it an hour from now.
Well, you can't really get back to the chat.
I didn't think so. Yeah.
What you would do though, Janet, is you could click on the link right now, and then it'll just open up the window, and it's not going to download it right now, but it'll just have that window open. So,
Oh, okay, good. Right.
when you're on there next, maybe in an hour or two and you have time, then you can see that tab or that window is open
Okay.
with
All
that
right.
link to download.
Didn't know that. Okay, good.
Okay, so, okay. Well, again, that was it, guys. Any other questions on
Yeah.
that?
Thank
Janet?
you. That was
Yeah.
good. It's very understandable. I've always been a little afraid of Adobe because, I just was like, whoa, how do I use this? And I don't use it that often, but when I do, I've got a little anxiety around it. But this is real straightforward. So thank you so much.
Yeah. The main thing with any software or program is to take your time and just play with it. You
Yeah.
can't break it. There's
Right.
right or wrong. You can always redo. So,
You're very good.
if you guys get stuck with any of this stuff we went over, just shoot me an email and I'll be happy to help.
Will do. Thank you so much today. Appreciate it.
No problem. Thanks for showing up, guys.
All right. See you next time.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Alex.
No problem. Bye, Carmina. Bye, Janet.
Bye-bye.
Thank you so much.
No problem.